Hey, my name is Sabine and welcome back to my channel. Today, in this video, I'll share to you what do I do to achieve my success. There are a lot of people who want to achieve success, not just me. People want to achieve success. They want fancy cars, they want fancy hotels, they want to go to fancy vacations, they want expensive tickets for, flights, first class. Mostly people just want to flex their money. They want to flex cars, jewelries, diamond watches, everything. But they simply don't know how to get started to achieve their success. They don't know where to get started to achieve their success. And if they do get started, they don't know how to behave. And that is the most important thing. If you don't know how to behave, then you're going to have a hard time to finding your way out. So in this video, I'll share all of these kind of things to you. And what do I do to achieve my success? How do I stay consistent? How do I be humble? And how do I get motivated that most people don't? If you are serious about this and you want to take the next level further, or you want to take the next step further, then I recommend to you reading this book that changed my life, or it changed how I think, and it probably changed millions and other people around the world. You probably heard of the book because it's really popular, or you probably didn't. The book is called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book is honestly a game changer because there's so many things the book actually teaches you. And there's so many things that I have highlighted in this book that is actually very useful in the real life. All of the things that you learn from this book, you can 100% apply all of these kind of things into your life, which is going to make it so much simpler to you. This book is basically going to create you a foundation block just to get started on. To be smart in the real world, you need to know financial literacy, which is so important. You need to know how to handle your money, how to save your money, and how to invest your money. And if you don't know these kind of things, then people are evil. They will often try to scam you. They often will try to take advantage of your money, and which you don't want that to happen. And who wouldn't as well? Because nobody wants to, spend their money on a bad thing. And nobody wants to get scammed. To do that, you need to know financial literacy, which this book teaches you. And if you don't know how to handle your money, how to save your money, then the world is evil. People will often try to scam you, often try to take advantage of your money through bad use. And I 100% recommend to anyone reading this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, which helped me, helped millions of other people around the world, and entrepreneurs. They started with a small book that helped build their foundation block. And now they're a very big entrepreneur, businessman as well. Anyone, I recommend to you reading this book. The link right here, just click it right here. Click my link on the description as well. Buy it from Amazon as well. Just click the link, it will take you through Amazon and just get your order and read it. It's honestly a game changer. The book itself will help you on lots of other things. There are a lot of people in the world who talk a lot but not get things done. And they have big ambition. They are ambitious. They want to have certain things. They want to achieve their goals, but they simply talk a lot and not get things done at all. One of the things that makes me achieve my success sooner is having a good habit. And you might be wondering, why should you have a good habit? That's so useless. And nah, you're wrong. Because having a good habit is basically going to help you on so many other things. For example, it will help you stay consistent no matter what. If you truly are making something a habit and you work every single day, you will stay consistent. You won't give up. And that's a very good thing. And while you're working towards your goals, and while you're spending your time on the habit you actually created that helps you get closer to your goals, and slowly you'll get closer to your goals and you won't even realize it. And that is the advantage of habits. There's so many other advantages of having a good habit. For example, discipline helps you with so many other things. Having a good habit is it's going to make you well behaved. You're going to be well behaved, and that's a very good thing, because being well behaved, that means you are being mature. And that's a big thing, because being immature when you're old, then nobody's going to care, nobody's going to take you seriously, and you don't want that to happen. You need to be mature. You need to be well behaved. And another thing is discipline as well, which I mentioned earlier as well. It helps you with discipline. And let me tell you, having a good habit, there's nothing wrong with that. Another thing is that it saves you time. And that's a big, big thing, because time is not your friend. Time is constantly just kicking around forward. Constantly, the time is just kicking you around forward, and there's no way of going back. So use your time wisely, because you only have certain amount of time left in your life. Use the time wisely and don't waste too much of your time just nothingness. For example, social media. Don't get distracted too much. If you truly want to work towards your goal, if you truly want to be successful in life, just don't focus on distraction. And one of my habits is reading books, learning new things about business and entrepreneurship, writing scripts, and that's all. But it truly helps me get closer to my dreams. It's so easy nowadays to be better than other people, because most people nowadays, they are lazy. They cannot be bothered, and they simply cannot be bothered that they can't work because they are lazy, and they simply can't work towards their goals because they cannot be bothered to do certain things, and they clearly have no vision of themselves in future. You should have a vision of yourself in future, because it's so important. Because vision, if you don't have a vision of yourself, then you're going to have a hard time finding your way out. And that is exactly what I do to achieve my success sooner. And that is imagination. You might be wondering, Sabine, why should you have an imagination? That's so useless. Like, who's going to use this? Well, it's not. You're wrong. Imagination is something else. Imagination is way above than what you think. If you have an imagination of yourself in your head in future, then there's a high % of chance you will become what you think. And you can check scientifically as well. Your brain is the most powerful thing. If you think of something you're really, really desperate to achieve, if you desire to, achieve that certain thing, you will achieve it. But you need to be consistent. You need to have a good habit. You need to be, you need to know how to overcome your obstacles. Because not like this, you will achieve your success. Success takes time. It's not easy to achieve your success. And if you don't really have a vision of yourself in future, then it's going to be a hard time to figuring things out. And that is exactly what I do. Imagination. Every single time, before I wake up, or before I go to sleep, I just imagine myself in future. I imagine myself as, having luxury cars, staying in luxury vacations, hotels, and luxury watches as well. Because you truly need to have that desire inside you. You need to know what you truly want to become. If you don't know what you want to become, then it's going to be hard. And that's why all I'm saying is have an imagination of yourself in future. It's truly going to be very helpful. And scientifically proven that if you think of something, or for example, if you want to become a businessman, and you're really desperate about it, and you took action, and you're working towards that goal, and you're thinking of that imagination, and you keep that imagination for a long, long time, and there's a high chance you will achieve it, because what you think, you'll become. Most people, they don't believe in faith, and that's exactly they are having very hard time to finding which path they should take that could lead to their success. And that is exactly what I do to achieve my success. Faith is a very important, because if you believe in faith, you believe in yourself too. And if you're having some bad experiences right now, if you experience some failures, then always remember that all these failures that you're experiencing, all these bad things that you're experiencing, they are good. They are something good, because you learn from these failures, you learn from these mistakes. And just remember, because God is always watching you from above, and He always knows what's good for you and what's not. Failure is only temporary, not permanent. Always remember that, failures is not permanent. Failures never stick to you. They might do only for a little while, and it just falls off. Failures they come and go. And always remember And always, like, imagine as well, if a failure comes towards you, then remember that if a failure comes towards you, and if you back down from that failure, then you won't achieve your success. And that's facts. If you overcome that failure and you go forwards in life and not really worry about the failure that you have just experienced, then remember, God is always watching you from above. He always likes to test you on certain things. He likes to make sure that if you're strong or not. And that's a good thing, because God sends you these failures. He makes you experience these failures. And if you surpass them, then God will reward you on something. God will, give you something good that you like. And yeah, and that's all, that's all you need to remember. Don't really focus on failures. Remember, failure is just a part of journey. It happens, everybody experiences failure. But never give up if you even experience failures. Another thing is, don't try to rush your success. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, it's not worth it, because those, especially teenagers nowadays who likes to make quick money, even if they want to make quick money, they might still achieve the success, but it's going to be a short-term success. And what I mean by this is basically they probably going to get the money, they're probably going to grab the money, and while they printing money, while they're getting lots of money, they flex that money. And then firstly, they probably not working hard enough. And if they're just getting like thousands at the end of a week, end of 2 weeks, just randomly, then remember, it's not worth it. God is always watching you from above. He knows what's good for you, what's not. So if God sees you with, if you're making quick money for like short-term success, and what I mean by short-term success is you will achieve that success, but while you have a feeling that I'm rich, I can do whatever I want, you will straight go to the bottom. You will always go straight to the bottom, because that's what I mean by short-term success. You might go up, but you straight fall out. You straight fall down again, and you will be where you were before, or even lower than that. Because if you're clearly not working hard enough and you're just getting success just like that, you might still get success for 1 week, 1 month, even 5 months, and you go straight back down again. Long-term success is different. You work very hard, and then you stay in that success for a lifetime, and that's the difference. So never try to rush your success. Okay, so that's all for today. I hope you took something away from this video, and I hope you liked 3 things that I do to achieve my success. And like I said before, having a good habit could change your personality, could change the way you think, could change the way the society views you. Having an imagination could help you have achieve your future sooner. If you don't know what you want to become in the future, then you're going to have a hard time, because if you truly want to become something, you need to have a strong desire to it. You need, from inside of your heart, you need to have this feeling that I will achieve it, I want this really badly. You need to have this. And if you don't have that, then you need to make that happen if you truly want to achieve it. Like I said before, what you think, you imagine. And the last thing is faith. Faith is very important. Believe in God, you believe in yourself too. God believes in you, and that's why He makes you test failures, because God simply wants to make you stronger. God is preparing you to, God is preparing you towards the future. Because let me tell you, the world is very evil. The world, most people like you, most people don't. It's just life. People have different perspective on certain things. People are different. People have different thoughts on things. People most people for example, most people like you, and most people will give you basically what you want for free. And most people, they're evil. They probably make fun of you, bully you. It's a life, that happens. So rather than just not believing in God, not believing in faith, just always remember that it's going to be very hard to achieve success if you're not believing in faith. Because like I said before, faith, God is always watching you. Another thing is, don't try to rush your success. It's not worth it. Like I said before, if you are rushing your success, going to end up in a short-term success. You get your money and you fall off again because it's not worth it. You probably might experience, success for 1 week, 2 months, or like 5 months even, and you're just quickly going to fall down again because you didn't work hard. You didn't experience failures. You didn't experience anything. If a person doesn't experience failure, then they are never going to become successful, and that's a fact. And there's no shortcuts to success. So always keep that in your head. Imagine yourself. You need to have a vision of yourself in future. You imagine what you think. You think about if you think you become, what you think you become. Or having a good habit could change your personality, change the way society views you. Another thing is faith. Faith, if you learn from your failures, you're going to go up. You're slowly building yourself up. You're building yourself a staircase. You're going up step by step. Not just a person just go straight up and then they fall down again. That is short-term success. Long-term success is you're building yourself a small staircase that could keep going forward and keep going up and up and up. And so that's all. Thank you for watching. I hope you have liked this video and took away some 3 things, or took away any one of these things that what I do to achieve my success. And let me tell you, it's truly going to get you motivated. And if you are serious about your future, if you are serious about your goals, then always remember to read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Any entrepreneur, any businessman, they read books because they simply know that books are very important to him. And this book it's so many things that it teaches you in this book, and it's honestly a game changer. So buy this book. The link is right here. Click on this link. It's in the description as well, and get the book. Click on my link. It takes you to Amazon, and just get the link and read the book. It's a game changer. And for now, keep hustling, keep growing, and keep learning. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.